What up, YouTube? It's your boy Tony, and we back with another one. Royce 59 snaps out on Dave Mays for disrespecting Marshall Bruce Mathers. Now, y'all know no type of Eminem disrespect will be tolerated over here. Not with the Wolfpac, not on Bar Street. That's automatic slap. You getting slapped. I told y'all plenty of times. You getting slapped. There's no more time to explain. But apparently, Royce has to go ham on somebody. I have not heard it, only seen that he said he would slap the glasses off Lil Pump's face. I told him to do it. I told y'all. Start slapping people. Just don't even explain nothing. Oh, just take them out. Take them out. But I'm finna hop right into this, Wolfpac. I appreciate y'all, man. Continue to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And of course, share y'all feelings and what y'all feel about this and why Eminem just gets so much hate at him, bro. It's just crazy. I don't understand it, but let's hop right into this. Wolfpac, let's go.
Get from the black community, all this, with all of this, with all these accolades he get from the black community, all this upper echelon shit he do in that black space. What has Eminem done except release that Black Lives Matter bullshit ass album, Rivals? What else? What has he done to benefit the same black culture that he benefits from?
What? First of all, what the fuck is Rivals? The album was called Revival. So automatically you slap. Like, what you talking about? Like, and what? Why is that even in the equation? What does that have to do with him rapping? What does that have to do with him rapping? If his skill set and his music and his impact is there, what does that mean? What does that have to do with anything about what he's done for the black culture? Like, the music is supposed to be for the culture, right? Like, and then you don't know what he's doing outside of music to impact the culture. You don't know. Oh my God. Oh shit, this one pissed me off already.
What else? What has he done to benefit the same black culture that he benefits from?
He gave you 50 Cent, G.
I didn't think so. So like I said, I didn't think so. He didn't do nothing. Thanks.
What you mean? What do you mean he didn't do nothing?
He didn't do anything.
Bye.
What did he do?
Well,
What
nigga, I just told you. What do you mean? What so what I just said don't hold no merit? 50 Cent G Unit? That's not good?
No, that's not.
So you saying you don't like their music, or what are you saying?
What did you do to benefit the black culture that you eat from? Did you give back? Why are the kids in Detroit where you live? Are the black kids in Detroit where you live? Are they better off because of anything you did?
Man,
no.
Are you saying do he give to charities? Is that what you're asking?
That's what I'm saying.
He give to charities every single year, for sure. I know that person.
You know that. I don't see it.
Why you don't see it, nigga?
Who in the blue hell are you to be? Oh, I don't see. That means, like, what the fuck that got to do anything? If you see it, who the fuck are you? Everybody don't show their hand. Everybody ain't out here. Oh, look what I did. I gave to charity. Look what I did. I did this for people. Oh, look what I did. Everybody's not doing that. If it's really just about the cause, you just do it and you move on. A lot of people didn't know about Nipsey Hussle shit until he passed away because it wasn't about the recognition. It wasn't about that. It was about helping somebody, about building up his community. It was about, the act in giving. So if Eminem he already locked up like a fucking vault. You don't see this man unless he has an album out. It's 2021. And he somehow still hides from, like, paparazzi and all that shit all the time. He can't be found. So you think he finna be out there, oh, look what I gave. Look what I did. I gave this to charity. Of course he does. He has that shit all the time. The mom spaghetti thing for the homeless shelters and to feed the youth. And during the pandemic, he was giving to DJs and giving them, like, money and shit because they couldn't work in clubs and shit. So he was looking out for them. Like, are you fucking what? Because, I don't see it. Who gives a fuck what you see? What?
Why do you
what
need
you got to see it
it?
for?
That don't mean it didn't
There's
happen.
many black
I mean,
there's
you
many
should
black
see
people
it.
from Detroit.
You
I
should
told
Just
you
like
that don't see
Dave
it.
Especially
Mays
as
and them
the
be
number
just like
one-
Dave Mays and them be talking about he ain't from Detroit. He's very much from Detroit.
But we
You know what I'm
talking
saying?
about
Like y'all
why we
paint
talking about
anecdotal
anybody
pictures about somebody that y'all don't even know.
Why are we talking about
We-
anybody else other than
When
this
did you
white man? We
first
talking
meet
about
him?
him.
When did you first meet him? Because he's from Missouri and he didn't live. On
Yeah, he
8
was born. He was
miles.
born. I don't need you to tell me that, bro. Yeah, he was born in Missouri and then he moved here. You know what I'm saying? But he grew up on the east side. You know what I'm saying? Like he's from Detroit. People saying he come from a trailer park. He don't come from a trailer park. He's from Detroit. He lived in a trailer park, but he's from
Okay, so
Detroit.
what's
But
up
he's
with
from Detroit.
What's up with Basement Productions and
Real quick, who is this trying to give a biography on Eminem to Royce? Like, are you kidding? Royce don't even call Eminem. He calls him Marshall, and he has to correct himself to say Eminem so that the fans know who he's talking about. Sometimes he calls him Marshall because it's a personal friend. And you think you finna when you meet him because he born in Missouri? It's like, what does that mean? What if he was born in Missouri? What the fuck that got to do with anything? Tell me what that impacts. Oh, because he was born in Missouri, now he can't represent Detroit? Lil Bow Wow was born in Ohio. He talked about Atlanta like he was born on the floor in the Atlanta Dome or some shit. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Stop it. Stop. What?
But he's from
so
Detroit. But he's from Detroit.
What's up with Basement Productions and his group with the 4 white boys? You know about that?
I ain't never met them dudes, but Basement
But
Productions,
you know
that's a
about
production company. That's a production company he was signed to. Yeah, I never met those white dudes that he was in the group.
Him and 3 other white boys that had a group called Basement Productions. This is before he started fucking with black people.
No,
Just
Basement
to keep the
Productions.
record
Basement
straight.
Productions is the same production company that he was signed to when he signed with Dre. Same production company.
That was the 2 brothers.
Yeah, Marky and Jeff.
Exactly.
And Jeff. The Bass Brothers. That's who that is.
I don't know.
I
about
do
that.
know.
What do you mean you don't know? I'm telling you.
No, you don't know because you don't know Marshall. What the fuck? Oh, I don't know. Like what? You gonna know more than Royce? No, he telling you out his mouth who the fuck they are. And what does that matter if it was 4 white boys that wanted to rap? It was the 4 white boys he was with before he started fucking with black people. How do you know that? This man been rapping since a teen. He has to reach black people because hip hop is tied into the black culture. You ain't rapping out here without wanting to reach black people. That has to be the base. And then after that, if you can reach other outlets and other people and bring them to hip hop, what the fuck is wrong with that? Ain't that what you want to do? More eyes on hip hop. So the next star that comes up has more eyes on him than before because I've brought in more. I've brought in people. More eyes are on you to know about hip hop. More people love hip hop now. More around the world can relate to it now. Shouldn't it be about hip hop? Not his fucking skin color and why he's doing it? This man pays homage to hip hop and those that came before him more than anybody I know. He knows, I guarantee you he know more hip hop and about the black culture than these dudes do. What is this shit? Oh my God.
You saying you don't know, but I'm telling you.
So Royce,
No, you don't have all the facts. If you think what I'm telling you is false, why would I lie to you, brother? I don't have no reason to lie.
What did you say that I said was false?
Oh, I thought I heard you say that you got the facts. Like something I'm saying is false.
No, I didn't say nothing. I don't know what you said it was false, but I do have a lot of facts because I did my research and I know a lot of shit about what happened.
But one thing you just spit as a fact was very wrong.
Which is what?
In regards to the Bass Brothers and Basement Productions.
What? No, the Basement Productions was four white boys that made rap tapes together. Okay, when Eminem was like whatever, about 18 years old, 19 years
16,
old.
dog. 16.
It wasn't
16.
16.
Don't
There
twist
was
it.
no. Do you know the
Don't
black
twist it.
girlfriend? There was no black girlfriend. That was a lie that was made up to make it seem to justify that song where he called black women bitches. There was no black girlfriend. You're gonna sit here and tell me there was a black girlfriend?
How do you know that to be true?
How do you know it?
How you telling him? How you telling Royce about his friend? How you telling him? And what does that matter? That's the same shit Nick Cannon was trying to bring up. This for Marshall, for Coretta, and Martin, and Melton. Like, shut the fuck up. This ain't got nothing to do with black history and black nothing. This ain't got nothing to do with them. This is about you trying to get some clout. He already apologized for that. And yes, he called the black girl a bitch or whatever. But trust me, turn on the radio. Right now, there is a black man calling a woman a bitch. I guarantee it. So, what? Like, whether he was calling a black woman a bitch or he called them all bitches. These sluts and whores and hoes. He said all every song. You gonna try to make it more emphasis because he's white? And he apologized for it because he said that's something he shouldn't have said because he is self-aware and knows, okay, because I am white, me saying black bitch or whatever, you know, it's too much. I shouldn't say that because that's, you know, generalizing the statement about all black women when that's not really what I meant. I meant to just call her a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was 16. You know how much shit I said when I was 16? That if somebody recorded it, I had my head in a ditch somewhere if they played it out loud. Like, come on, bro. That's what y'all got? Stop. 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 Stop it.
You saying, am I going to sit here and tell you something? You talking to somebody that's friends with him. You don't know him.
Do you know that to be true? I'm asking you. Just
I don't know. I don't know nothing about way back then. I know I've been on tour with him. I know I've been on tour with him. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, so are you asking me if he fucked black girls?
No, I'm asking you.
Is that what you asking me?
Girlfriend when he was 16 that broke up with him, and that's why
I didn't know him when he was 16, brother. I don't know. I don't know.
Not why,
so I don't
but
know.
that was the reason that was given in the prepared statement that was put out.
Who cares? Who cares? Why do you care about that?
The reason anybody cares is because
what kind of girlfriend did Post Malone have when he was 16? Why you don't care about that?
Post Malone. I don't give a fuck about Post Malone. What that got to do with Post Malone is what I'm talking.
If you don't give a fuck about Post Malone and what he was doing when he was 15, 16, why does it matter what the fuck Eminem was doing? Why? Because you're mad because he's benefiting off of the hip hop culture? How do you be mad at that? It's black country singers. You gonna be mad at them for going to the countryside? Like, what does that matter to you? Do they gotta be planting seeds and shit and giving back to farms and saving pigs and shit to justify them singing country? What is that? What is going on? And Post Malone is a good one. Because I honestly feel Post Malone was trying to fit into the black culture at first. Because I think he felt that's what he had to do to make it. I don't think he had enough belief in his music. But his music was dope. And that's why he was able to cross over. All them tattoos shit he got on his face. I think he regret that shit. Because he didn't need it. Because his music was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody cares now. Because at first he was trying, I'm like, he ain't no rapper. He just make music. You know what I'm saying? And he even tried to distance himself from being a rapper. He's like, hold up. Like, no, I just want to make good music. Eminem just makes good music. Okay, at first, Marshall Mathers LP and first starting with Dre, it was more, I guess, towards black people. More for black taste. But as he grew, he had to evolve. Him staying that same way, we wouldn't have the beast we got now. People have to evolve. It's that same like hood shit. Like, what you doing? Like, Oh, well, you can become big, but once you leave the hood, then you ain't real no more. No, motherfucker, I gotta get the fuck out of here because y'all gonna try to kill me. The Game was still living in the hood when he was dropped his documentary album. And he said, my motherfucking house got shot up. And there was a hole in my son's car seat where he would have been sitting at. Now I gotta move. Like, what does it matter? Oh my God.
Why you don't care about
Post
that?
Malone. I don't give a fuck about Post Malone. What that got to do with Post Malone is what I'm talking about. The reason Post Malone exists and it has the level of success that he has is because not just of Eminem, but the impact of Eminem. How Eminem was used by the machine and these companies, these corporations to change the market of hip hop and allow them to control.
So you think Post Malone's presence in the culture is a bad thing? You think that's a bad thing for the culture?
I do.
I really don't really
hold on, Dave. Hold up, Dave.
I haven't listened to a lot of the shit.
Hold
What
up.
I've seen of him.
Yo, one mic, guys. One.
How is that bad? That he made an impact on the culture where somebody else can come behind him and be successful as well. Ain't that what's supposed to happen? Don't that mean you made an impact on the game? Every white rapper that comes in now, they're compared to Marshall. Whether good, bad, or indifferent. Whether it's fair or not, you get compared to Marshall. You get compared because he is the bar for the white rappers. But now, don't act like it stopped, like his impact stops there and only gives Post Malone more publicity. Because it helps the rap game in total. Because now it's more eyes on the rap game. More eyes world round on the rap game. So now when there's more rappers coming up, black, women, white, whatever, is a bigger platform. That impact didn't just impact white rappers. Stop it. Come on. What is going on? This is ignorant.
Dave, hold up, Dave.
I haven't listened to a lot of shit.
Hold up.
Listen.
Yo, one mic, guys. One mic.
Like
One
a Kid
mic.
Rock type of dude to me.
No, he's not a Kid Rock type of dude, bro. He's not. He's not.
They did it with the Beastie Boys way before that.
But it
Wait, what?
didn't work. And the Beastie Boys was a little.
What you mean it didn't work?
They did what with the Beastie Boys? They did what with the Beastie Boys?
I'm saying if you're talking about white people rapping in hip hop, that was already successful. So it's not Eminem.
Right, but
Eminem is
you
not the precursor
went from the
to
Beastie
success.
Boys to 14 years later with Eminem. There was nothing. You had Third.
And what's
Third Face, you have Vanilla Ice.
And what
Right,
happened
and what
at
else?
that? Like what?
Every white boy,
Eminem
listen.
is when all the white rappers,
Listen, every white boy
now have come into the business. There was
every white boy came into here, dragged their nuts through the culture and kept it moving to rock, except Marshall. He's the only one. Everybody else, including Rick Rubin.
Well, he could have went. He could have went and did the rock. Let him go.
Yeah, but he didn't because he's hip hop.
He shouldn't.
He
just should.
He was.
What? Who is this talking about let him go? He just shoulda. He shoulda went. This is what this is just pure hate. Just pure hate. Roy's got a point. They all went to rock because then, pop culture and all that shit. You go to rock, you got a bigger fan base because white people have more than majority in the population in the United States. So if your fans are more white people, then you got more fans. So they left and went. Even just most recently, Machine Gun Kelly went. You know what I'm saying? And Eminem, that's not what he wanted to do because he is hip hop. He can't help what he loves and what he's most passionate about. Nobody raps this long, goes this hard, at this age even, if you don't love this shit. He don't have to do this shit. He could have quit. He could have quit after he had to overdose and went into a coma. He could have been done, and that his legacy would have been cemented then. Like, it would have been cool. But no, he came back and he fights for the game. Oh my God, this is crazy. He could have just went to rock. He should have went. Who are you speaking? Let me see who this is. Let me see who lighting up.
Did the rock. Let him go.
Yeah, but he didn't because he's hip hop.
He shouldn't. He just
He was raised by hip hop, but that's your opinion. But I'm just telling you that's something to look at. Like what Dave Mays is talking about. I think the countercultural kind of like thing that Dave Mays is talking about. Y'all are throwing him in that category just because he's white, and you doing it not knowing who you talking about. You just assuming.
I'm doing it.
You comparing them to Kid Rock. That's crazy
for it all. He was the catalyst. Whether it was intentional by his part or not, that's how he was used.
So the Beastie Boys weren't a catalyst?
No.
What about third base?
How would you quantify them as not being a catalyst?
I mean,
acting like
Beastie Boys, because the Beastie Boys didn't.
The Beastie Boys wasn't even rappers. Them niggas was doing all that bullshit music and came and did one rap album. And you will not, and you won't say that shit was.
I mean, they were.
Wait. So the Beastie Boys were not. Wow.
They wasn't even rappers at first. They actually came and became rappers.
Are you familiar with what was happening in downtown Manhattan, like 82, 83, when the scenes were colliding? So you're bringing up the fact that they weren't originally rappers. Yes, they had a group called, was it Cookie Puss or the Cookie Puss era?
That's not what I'm saying, Jess.
No,
listen what I'm saying.
But do you know the era that you're speaking on?
No, but just listen.
Well, then you might not want to speak on it because right now you're into territory that you're clearly not clear on. You are.
What? How are you talking and you're unfamiliar with the scene you talking about? You just out there spewing shit, like you just talking facts. They weren't even rappers. They weren't even near. They weren't even that. And Just Blaze like, you don't even know what you're talking about. Like, you didn't do your homework to know. Like, are you?
Are clearly not clear on this era. You are clearly not clear on this era, bro.
Just listen. The same thing they talking about with M, it's enough people that you could convict for that. Not the one motherfucker that's the rapper. Not the one motherfucker that stayed in hip-hop. It's a lot of motherfuckers that came from other genres, that came into hip-hop. It's other motherfuckers who was hip-hop that went into other genres.
Agreed.
The one white boy that's been this shit the whole time, then be like, that's crazy. And no, it's not M's fault that the white boy influx happened. It's not his fault. It was white boys in between and white boys after. There's still not one as successful as that one. That
nigga was side by side. He was side by side with us at the open mics, at all the battles. You know what I'm saying? Like the same way we came up, he came up. The only difference is he's just a white boy. That's the difference.
Same way that he came up, we came up. He said he was there. What? Like he said, Eminem stuck. He just like there's no comparison there. Like if you have an impact on the game, because many of the white rappers that come in say their influence and their Eminem is who they looked up to, because he was that one in the spot that told them, "Hey man, I could do that shit." You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like ball players. When you see somebody from your hood make it, you like, damn. Like, I can make it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, he made it. He was just here, living here in the hood. And now, he on TV with Diddy. Like, now it's like, it's touchable. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's tangible. So if white boys growing up and they see, damn, it's a white boy on TV with Dr. Dre. And he's spitting and he getting it. You know? And people loving him. I can do that now. What the fuck is wrong with that? That's what being an icon is. That's what being a legend and what being a, you know, that's what it is. It's what you're supposed to do. So if after Eminem, more white boys wanted to rap because of him, and that doesn't mean that because what their intentions were or what they had aspirations to do doesn't mean that was Eminem's intentions or aspirations. Why are you clumping them all together?
I don't think all of us put him up to on some high platform like the greatest. Like me personally, that's Hov for me. Hov is at the tippy top of lyricism to me.
What about the song where he used the N-word with the ER in it? What about that one? Did you listen to that one? And what was your thought about that?
Who was that asking me that question?
Dave.
What song you talking about, Dave?
One of those songs from that tape where he said, "I don't like the chicks with the
It's
big
the same
butt
Dave,
song.
because
It's the
Dave,
I
same
Dave,
said,
song.
I'm just
Dave.
asking you.
Let me tell you something, Dave. Back then, when y'all was doing that shit, when y'all had that little
What
baby
about,
beef
no,
that
we're
y'all
not talking
had.
about
No,
what
no, no.
y'all was
Listen,
doing.
listen,
We
listen,
talking about
listen,
the
listen.
song
When
that
y'all
he
was doing,
made and what he
listen. Let me
said.
talk, man. Like when y'all had y'all little baby beef going on. I was in Detroit. Me and M wasn't speaking to each other. We wasn't around each other. I don't have nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? So
Wait, I'm
whatever,
not
whatever,
talking about
whatever
no
he.
baby beef or none of that. I don't know what you're talking about.
No,
We're
nigga,
talking about
that's
Eminem.
what y'all
You're saying
were
he came
engaged
up
in.
in the culture side by side, this, that, and the other, and he's just like all of us. I'm saying, but not do all of us have a song where we use the Nigger word derogatively towards black people, where we have another song where we call black people porch monkeys?
Man,
We
Dave,
have
you
another
gonna
song.
have to. You
I'm
know
just
what? You know
asking.
what? The same thing that Mouse is talking about with M. I'm gonna have to.
What?
Dave,
We have
you
another
gonna
song.
have to. You
I'm
know
just
what? You know
asking.
what? The same thing that Mouse is talking about with M. I'm gonna have to see that with you. I'm gonna have to see some receipts with you to see what you really doing for the fucking community to be so
Why
you
you
can be
try?
some
I
sort
mean,
of
first of all, we can talk
what.
about me all day, but why
No, no,
you
no, no.
changing
We're
the
not gonna talk
subject,
about
bro?
you all day,
I'm
Coop. We're
talking
not gonna
about the
talk about you all
subject,
day.
the facts at hand.
I'm saying you don't get to be a gatekeeper. Who the fuck are you? Like, what
What do
have
you
you
mean? Who
done?
the fuck am I? I'm the man who created the source, and the source helped
Yeah,
create
yeah,
all of
yeah.
this for everybody on here.
You partnered up with the
Everybody
man
on
that
here.
ruined it. You partnered up with the man that ruined it. So we on to the next topic. That's it.
So
You ain't
so you
nobody like that.
so I
I'm the man that created the source and shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear that shit. Like what? Jesus Christ. Look, you can't throw stones in a glass house. I'm sure somebody can find something on Dave as well. Something that he shouldn't have said. Something that wasn't supposed to be released or something that he's done. Like, why is he trying so hard to bring him down? Because he's what? Because he's like people love him? Because he's respected in the game? Because he's white? And he's one of the best ever to do it? Like, what is the problem? What is the problem? You created the source, cool. And if you was saying he was big and bad about who the fuck am I created the source. Okay. Eminem has created a lot as well. And it has impacted the rap game a lot more than you have. And I'm sure he's impacted his community a lot more than you have. Like, so just like you can stand and be bold, he could too, but he chooses not to. He's humble. I stop. Oh my God.
agree.
Okay.
I agree with
Okay.
you. I agree. Hold on.
Okay.
I know it's okay.
Look, I agree with you, Royce. I agree with you. Right? We can't have two white people compete because then it started looking like a savior complex battle. Now I'm asking you as a black motherfucker in the culture. I'm asking you. I'm not Dave, so you that same thing don't work with me. So I'm asking you. You okay with that nigga? You okay with that white man doing that and then smiling in your face?
I'm not. I don't look at it like that. I'm not okay. I'm not okay with what was said on the tape. But I'm also taking in consideration that he was a youngin. He was a youngin, and I don't think there's a white person who exists that didn't use that word at some point. Like I just look at it like that, and then I weigh that against the good qualities that's in him that I noticed, and the shit that he did for me coming up that he didn't need to do. And the time we spent with each other, I came to the conclusion that I don't feel he a racist, and I kept it moving.
People
You know what I
grow.
mean? That's really it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't understand what Dave and Benzino want.
And that's true shit. I, you know, I don't see what. It's like they're trying to convince him Eminem is racist and that he just used like black culture to become famous. It's like, what are you trying so hard to debase and demean and diminish him for? For what? What reason? There's no reason for this. This is just hating. Like it's more than hate. What's a bigger word for hate? Like envious. Like, what? What?
Want the culture to do? What do y'all want us to do? Like, y'all want us to throw him in the fire, throw him away? Like, the dude he's a
I don't
major
know about
contributor.
David Benzino. That's what I want. I want y'all to do that.
Yeah, all right,
toss
cool.
this nigga.
Nah, that ain't happening.
Why?
That ain't.
What do you get out of somebody else's failure? Like, what does that do for you as a man to want and be so encompassed with somebody else's life and their accomplishments that you just want him thrown out the culture? For what? I can't believe I even just heard that statement. I want him thrown out the culture. You want him thrown out the culture for what? Throw him away. Like, throw him away for what? For something that he did damn near, 40 years ago? What are you basing this on? What good? Oh my God. Who is this guy? What is this?
Why though?
If y'all
Because
gonna
I
ride
think
him,
because with him, I think what happens on a larger scale, on a more grandiose scale in black culture, he's holding up a space. He's taking up space. That and like I said, Royce, I'm not just saying this because you here. I said this shit yesterday. I've said this shit on many a podcast. If this nigga not here taking up space, I think you get that credit.
I disagree.
What? You think he's taking up space? What is this? A motherfucking a memory card where there's only 2 gigs on it? Bro, everybody can eat. You just saying because he's white and his skill set is so good and he has become so famous and his accomplishments are so grand that he takes space, that he took a spot from Royce? Why can't Royce have a spot as well? It's just below Eminem. It goes Michael, Kobe, LeBron. Why do LeBron gotta? Oh, if Michael great, that means LeBron can't be great. If Kobe great, that means, Wade can't be great. Like, no. It's preference. Of course, choose who you like or whatever. According to style or cadence, what you like and all that shit. Cool. But he has to be thrown out of the culture. If he's not here, is what he said. Royce, you get that spot. We gonna pick who we want. If it's real, if you got skills and if you able to do it and reach them people, then you able to do it and reach them people. Like, what the fuck is this? What? How is this a possible? How, bro?
My brother.
His existence.
What space is he really taking? He puts out 1 album a year and disappears.
Now, we talk about
what space is he taking?
Just don't do that. Just don't do that.
What
Don't do
Don't
that.
do what?
We're talking about his career as a whole. We're not talking about 2021. His career as a whole.
You're talking about you would like people to throw him away now, and I'm saying what
No, I'm
space
talking
is
about
he
no.
taking up now?
I want us to collectively just throw him out. From day one, we should have threw him.
No, you
The
specifically
whole
said
idea-
he's taking up space. My question is, what space?
He takes up space. His existence within the hip hop culture from the day he dropped and got all that.
I'm talking about right now.
What?
The space he's at right now. He puts out an album a year and disappears into his back cave, comes back like clockwork next year, drops another album, doesn't tour, doesn't do a lot of press,
do
ain't on
shit.
TV every 2 minutes. What space is he physically occupying?
Because the space that hip hop is going to look and everybody's going to freeze and say,
What
oh, my
space is
goodness.
he occupying in most people's mind shit?
You're asking me a question.
Doesn't do a lot of press,
Still
ain't on
taking
TV every
space.
2 minutes. What
We should
space
be-
is he physically
We should be,
occupying?
because the space that hip hop is going to look and everybody's going to freeze and say,
What
oh, my
space
goodness.
is he occupying in most
You're
people's mind shit?
You're asking me a question. I'm answering it. So now when he dropped the
Is there a limited amount of space?
I'm saying.
when he dropped
No,
the
there's
project,
no limited amount of space.
when he dropped the
That's all I need to
project,
know.
when he dropped the project,
Mm-hmm.
hip hop media takes a
Yeah.
moment and pays attention to it.
And
no matter
then
for how long. They pay
Mouse.
attention to it. That
Mouse.
could go to a young black
What
artist.
does that?
Mouse.
But he's Eminem,
Mouse.
though, Mouse.
Understand something. Mouse.
What
Understand
does
something.
that mean? What does it mean? I don't get what he means. What does that mean? Like the dude said, Eminem drop an album a year. He dropped one album. He gone. Ghost. You don't see him. You don't hear from him. Like you said, he don't tour. He never tours. He don't tour here. He tours over the States or, in UK and all that shit. This man literally just said, when he dropped something, they pay attention to it, and that spot could have went to another black man. Okay, what about after a month later after Eminem has dropped? Can't that same black man drop an album? What about that? What about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what about when, what, there's no space capacity here, bro. Everybody can eat. What are you doing? Just because Eminem's gone doesn't mean somebody else would have been there. Or if they were, that doesn't mean they would have been as great. You act like he took food, like he prevented Hov from being born or some shit. This man, Jesus? Come on, stop.
What
The
fuck
idea.
Oh, God,
the
whatever.
Idea that, the idea that there's a cap.
you can't even accurately answer the question, bro.
It's dumb.
I gotta say that respectfully.
I just-
And Mouse, it's
was bullshit.
opinion. What you saying is just your opinion, brother. Like
That's a fact.
that's the reason why. It's like it's hard for us to come to.
You cannot state your opinions as facts. As soon as you do that, that's when shit gets misconstrued. You believe, that's what you should say. I believe if Eminem wasn't there, another young black man could have got that spot. Not, we need to do this because if he ain't here, somebody else gonna be there. Like, what the fuck? Who? What?
To a general consensus on that because that's just how you feel. That's your opinion. You know what I mean? Like you may look at his involvement with G Unit. You got to remember, bro. All of the labels were scared to get in bed with 50 from a business perspective. Like Dre and M decided, man, fuck what everybody talking about. I know this nigga got beef, but we're about to sign him because we think that he'll be great for the culture. He'll be big. You know what I'm saying? And that nigga 50 went on to create other millionaires and create other spaces. You know what I'm saying? And then like he signed Slaughterhouse, he signed Griselda. All of these things are just, to me, their contributions. Whether they hit on a certain level or not, these are attempts for culture. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm talking about. I don't understand. If you take that away, then you're taking away pieces of history of culture.
Well,
I think we should.
And that was well said by Royce. Whether or not the impact of those people he tried to put on, of the things that he tried to do, was as impactful as him does not matter. It's the fact that he attempted to even do it. Because he wants the culture to be better. He wants hip hop to be better. And for you to be sitting there talking about all this hate literally stems from because he feel like if Eminem wasn't here, somebody else black could have got that spot. You not that pro-black, bro. You not that pro-black, bro. You can't be, bro. That's borderline just being racist. you just a racist at this point, bro. Like, what is that? The man can't be successful because he white? That's why? That's all you got. That shit crazy. That's crazy.
Still be all right. I don't think this white man.
We wouldn't be all right. We'd be way better off.
Look, hey Mouse, though, listen to this though. You gotta have logical consistency when you make certain arguments. So I feel where you're coming from, right? I get you. But it's not logically consistent if you say if you move M or you race M, then Royce gets that accolade when Eminem was part
Royce.
of the propulsion of Royce the 5 name.
Now somebody talking with some thinking sent up in this motherfucker. Now somebody talking. You can't say, "Oh, Royce, you get that spot." I'm glad I didn't think of that. Because without Eminem, there is no Royce. You see? There's an impact there. It's a pyramid. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit falls in line. No Eminem. No, it's a bunch of people who ain't here. You know what I'm saying? The Hobsons, the Kendricks, the Coles, like who else? Like Tyler the Creators and all Royce and like, come on, bro. Like, are you crazy? You just remove that man. It's a lot of hip hop going with it. A lot of it. That is insane.
Because he held him, and Eminem looked at Royce and revered him as in a certain way. Because I told Royce early on, we first became friends, like, yo, in my opinion, I always thought you smoked M on shit. But then Royce was explaining to me too, but like you had to be there to see the type of, in the ways that M would calculate, and his genius, they got to see it firsthand. And that's always different too. It's always different when you was on the team with Michael Jordan, aside from being in the stands. Because there's some niggas that don't think Mike is whatever, but the niggas who play with him is like, yo, you have no idea. This is completely different.
The nigga you talking to, Royce, is right here because of Cuz, dog.
Somebody preaching. Finally, somebody preaching. That is just pure hate, bro. Pure hate. That's just pure hate, bro.
Like
yeah. So that's what I'm just saying about logical consistency. You can't say remove him,
my mama, nigga, and then I'm here.
Right.
I'm here, nigga. Like this nigga helped that nigga. This nigga helped the New York niggas. He helped the Detroit niggas. He helped a lot of niggas eat. And you talking about him like he ain't helping niggas.
But look,
that's another fact. You remove M and you remove 50. So if you remove 50, you remove his impacts on the culture, the people he's given jobs and the shit he's done, power and all that shit. Like, you remove a lot of fucking history if you take him away. Like, you don't get to swap him in and out just because he white and you think somebody else would have just popped in and took his spot. Like, stop it. This is not a fairy tale, bro. This ain't WWE. You just pop in another character. Oh my God. No. It don't work like that. You just put another Kane under the mask. No. That's not what it is.
But everywhere, but notice this though. But
it's bigger than that though.
But everywhere
bigger than that.
But listen, hold on. Listen. Everywhere we go in the world.
Hold up. Dave, you can't tell us what's bigger than. We telling you what's bigger than that. We telling you.
I can say what I want to say. Okay.
No, you can say what you want to say, but it don't mean it's gonna hold no merit.
Okay.
It don't mean you dictate. It don't mean you dictate nothing.
I'm not dictating nothing. I'm gonna say my piece.
So what you talking about?
Can either fuck with me or they won't. But motherfuckers been fucking with me for 30, 40 years because of the shit that I've done and said and how I am.
Now, and that's how we fuck with them the same way, Dave.
What I'm saying is
we fuck with, just like we fuck with you, Dave, we fuck with them the same way. Y'all the same motherfucker.
We're not the same.
Now
you got that right, bro. You got that right. You got that right.
We are definitely not the same.
You
got that right.
You got that damn right. You are not the same, and you are not on his level. But what he was trying to say is the way that you can, everybody been fucking with you because you this and that and been yourself for this many years, whatever. That's the same thing with Eminem. People fuck with him because he's been consistent. You can literally go through his songs and lyrics, and when he refers back to them, like it's the same story. Even when he says it in the lyrics, they don't change. He still talk about the time he got hurt, every time he got beat up, and all he talked about that shit and getting robbed and having to cross the tracks and getting it from both sides of the track. Even up to now, he still talk about that shit. The story hasn't changed because he's remained the same. Come on, bro.
Y'all ain't the same.
I don't have none of that in my history, and what I've done as far as fucking with the streets and as far as fucking with authenticity in hip hop is documented. Okay, there's
you fuck with Benzino. You don't fuck with no authenticity. I'm gonna kick your ass to the crowd, motherfucker. Get the fuck out.
I haven't fucked with Benzino for 5 years. Number one.
You fuck with cornballs.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I know it's okay.
Okay. You sound like a cornball.
Is there popcorn?
All right, enough of damn names. You can go back to the audience. Go ahead. Who else want to talk now? Get the fuck out of here, motherfucker.
He put him out the group.
Fuck you talking to, nigga? I'll put death on your doorstep, nigga. Fuck you.
Put the death on the
Look at all this divisiveness.
This guy's gonna pull
Ain't no divisiveness. I ain't divided. I'm not one with Dave Mays, nigga. Let's get this shit straight, man. Y'all niggas in here acting like this motherfucker at the cookout or something. the fuck out of here, man.
Royce went in. That's what I'm talking about, Royce, man. Respect, my boy. Respect, my boy. Damn, that was a long video. I appreciate y'all, man. Tell me what y'all feel about this in the comments. Tell me what y'all feel about what they said. Like, that's crazy. And then he tried to say it again at the end. Look at all the divisiveness Eminem is causing. No! That's what you were causing. You said that stupid shit. You said that and tried to put that out there as fact. That if Eminem was gone, somebody else could take his spot. Where if Eminem's gone, you taking about a lot of hip hop culture away. A lot of it away. And that's being modest about it. Like, come on, bro. You gotta stop. Stop hating on my boy. He is what he is. A white boy who can rap. Just let it be what it is. I know. But hey, it is what it is. Y'all want to take his crown? Beat him. You can't. Stop it, bro. Wolfpac, I appreciate y'all, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Just continue to. Oh my god, that was mind blowing to me, bro. Their logic, it was like literal, like illogical, like just bullshit. And he thought he was just spewing just the most illest shit, like trash. And Dave, stop it, bro. You're not one and the same. You're not. And just like you as proud as you is about the source and all of that, people fuck with you consistent that, same way we feel about Eminem. Just let it be. You have no point to prove. Eminem is not proving a point out here rapping right now. He's doing it because it's what he loves to do. It's what he loves. Let the man love it and move the fuck on. You don't want to listen to it, don't listen to it. You don't have to. But you're going to hear it because it's going to get played, because the world going to talk about it, because it's going to be a hit, because he might set a record. Because every time he breaks a record, he breaks a record. So you can't avoid him. Stop. And if somebody can come up after him, wait 2 months and put your album out. It should be no problem. This is not a goddamn memory card where the space is almost at capacity. And you got to erase somebody to put somebody else in and shit. This ain't an iPhone. Wow. Wolfpac. We'll be back. Let's go.